Hello, everybody. I'm Father Christopher Tiano, the pastor of St. Paul VI Parish in Hamden, Connecticut. St. Paul VI Parish is a community of believers in Jesus Christ who are united in our commitment in loving service to worship, evangelize, and give. We welcome all people to join in our vision to be a light in the darkness. And this is Light in the Darkness, our weekly video cast where we talk about our parish and talk about our activities and all that's going on. And it's Christmas. It's really Christmas. You could tell. There's my tree. I'm with Maria Ritchie. Maria Ritchie is our Director of Evangelization. And Maria's husband is Joe Ritchie, who was the first guest on our podcast weeks ago. But here we are. It's almost Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Father.
Merry Christmas. I think of Christmas. I have a story about my own life at Christmas. When I was a kid, I was 1983. I graduated from college in 83. I had my first real job. I was working in D.C. And it was Christmas time, it was December, and I was at Woodward and Lothrop. You know, people don't realize what the old department stores were like, but this was a phenomenal Washington, D.C. department store. 4 stories on one side, 3 stories on the other side, connected underneath by a walkway under the street. It was just fantastic. And I was shopping. And I was filling up my basket. I had mugs and a mug tree for my brother and his wife, and they still have those mugs. I had a little shirt for my newborn nephew, who now has 3 teenagers of his own.
Wow.
And I picked up something. I don't remember what it was, but I picked up something and I thought, my grandmother would love this. And then I remembered my grandmother was dead. She had died the month before. Oh. And it was such an incredible downer. And the music that I loved a minute ago suddenly was clawing. It was amazing. I paid for everything and went right home. I went right home. And I was thinking about this because Christmas is this beautiful time of year, but it's also tough on people sometimes, the loss. Now, Maria, before she worked for me, is a social worker and worked for Connecticut Hospice, right? Yes. Yep. So it's great that you're with us, but I was wondering, what insights do you have about this time of year for loss and the difficulties and the challenges of this type of year?
Yeah, well, just your story alone, there's so much in that is so valid that the music changed for you and you were excited in the moment and then all of a sudden it came over you. That's how we explain grief, is like a wave. It comes and goes. It hits you when you least expect it. You're not prepared. But what I would say to people right now that are grieving is to allow yourself to feel it. If you suppress grief, it's just going to keep rearing its ugly head. It's not comfortable feelings. So a lot of times people try to run from it. But the best thing to do is, like we've talked about before, is embrace it. Allow yourself to feel it. Because when you do, you're going to grow and you're going to just move forward in the time that you're called to move forward, but you can't rush it. You can't. And no matter what the season it is, it's going to hit you different and it hits different also with each person. So every person you lose, you're going to have different response in your grief because it's a different relationship. So be kind to yourself. Give yourself some grace. Allow yourself to feel the feelings, cry, scream, journal, laugh, talk about them, do all of those things.
It's funny. It's great advice. I think in a spiritual point of view, and I guess that's the direction I usually end up on, is that spiritual point of view. But from a spiritual point of view, it's the difference between being happy and being joyful. You know, we all want to be happy. You know, and happiness comes in different ways. You know, I'm happy when I finally got this tree the way I wanted it. Suddenly I was happy. And then that happiness went away.
Yeah, situational.
Happiness went away. But joy is a gift from God.
Yes.
And I have felt moments in my life where I was sad, where I was upset, where I was crying, but I didn't lose joy.
Yeah.
I didn't lose the joy. And that's the Christmas season.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about the gifts. It's not about the Christmas ornaments. It's not about the food. It's not about the cookies. I wish it were about the cookies.
Right.
But it's not about the cookies. It's about the fact that Jesus Christ is born.
Yes.
And that transforms our life.
And that's joyful.
And that changes our life. And we can never lose that. We can never lose that. He became one of us. The Word was made flesh and dwelt among us. I think that's such a powerful message. And I think to myself, the other part of my story about Woodward and Lothrop is that so many of the people on my list that I was buying for are gone. So that was 1983.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago. You weren't born.
No.
No, you weren't born. Your husband wasn't born either.
No.
But it's an amazing gift when you think that even though there's loss, our faith tells us they're in the presence of God.
Right.
Because God became one of us.
Right.
He walked our way with us. You know, and that's the powerful message of Christmas.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. And when you talk about Christ coming and Christ being in human form and the Word made flesh, we think about too how Jesus felt all the feelings that we feel, whether it's joy, whether it's grief. He felt it all before we did. So that kind of is a glimmer of hope too, you know, and knowing He's with us in it, and that through that we can get through it with Him.
I think about the Christmas story, and I think about Mary giving birth in a manger and surrounded by animals, and the difficulty and the challenge of that moment in human history, and yet there's angels singing out glory to God in the highest. To me, it's a good expression of where we are as people.
Right.
You know.
Absolutely.
I think I shared last time on this about have yourself a merry little Christmas, but it's true. The haunting Christmas carols seem, for me at least, to catch some of what we feel and what we are.
Yeah.
You know, it's a great thing. Yeah. I think it's great too that there's safety in numbers. There's a beauty in being together.
Yep. Absolutely.
And I think that's one of the things when we get together as a parish family.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Now you and your husband brought a great thing to our parish on Christmas.
Yep.
What do you do?
Yeah. So the past 3 years we have done Christmas Day gathering. So the past 2 years was dinner. This year it's brunch, and it's inviting anybody who's alone. So it could be a family that's alone. It can be an individual who's alone, and we have a lot of people coming back each year. So it creates fellowship and a place where you feel safe and you feel wanted, and where you get to leave full in your stomach, but also in your heart. You know, it's a wonderful thing.
It's neat.
Yeah.
And I think the whole concept of coming together for the masses. You know, by the time people watch this, the masses may already have happened.
Yeah.
But to me, there's something special about coming to Mass on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day and being with other families and being with other people. Now, the deep, dark secret of the Catholic Church is most people go to Mass Christmas Eve. Yeah. You know, Christmas morning, compared to Christmas Eve, you know, we have standing room only at all the Masses, and then Christmas morning, it's much easier. But to be together with people, it's great.
It's a celebration.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a family.
Yeah. Now, if someone is hurting beyond normal hurting, what do you suggest for that?
Well, we can always connect them with resources. So I would suggest reaching out to the parish. They can call the parish office, which is on the website, or they can reach out to me directly. And we'll link my email here too, but I would love to talk with them, and then I can connect them to community resources. But it's also important to recognize that it's not just loss of a loved one, that there's a lot of disenfranchised grief in society. So it could be loss of a pet, loss of a job, loss of just feeling loss of yourself to some degree, divorce, just the way the world is. It could be anything. And again, it's all valid. So any type of sadness, you don't have to go it alone. And we have a lot going on in the parish. We have bereavement support. We also we're starting Stephen's ministry. which is not therapy or counseling, but it's someone partnered alongside you that joins you in your prayer journey as you kind of navigate life and difficulties and joys. And then we also have life groups where you can come together. We have a really large and beautiful widows group, and they've come together and really built such a wonderful bond. And they've been meeting for almost a year now.
And they welcome they welcome new people.
New people, yeah. But we have other life groups too, where you're just wanted, and we want to be here for you.
Yeah, I was trained by the Jesuits. My high school was Fairfield Prep. Go Jesuits. But at Fairfield Prep, we had Christian Life Community, CLC, which is a Jesuit example of the small Christian communities. And that's what we've developed. And you've been instrumental as Director of Evangelization for bringing that to pass in our parish. It's a great thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Because
I don't know, if Christmas is happy, that's great. If Christmas is sad, that's life.
it's okay.
That's life.
Yeah.
And wherever, and even for me, some days I'm really happy and some days I'm not at Christmas.
And that's human.
Yeah, some days it just becomes so much for me. But I always think of the fact that I'm not alone. I'm with Christ.
Right. Never alone.
I'm with Christ. And it's to reflect on that, to pray about that, to accept that Jesus is with us. We say that, and I think sometimes people think we're just saying things, but we mean it. We mean it. I begin each podcast, each video cast with our mission statement. We're a community of believers in Jesus Christ who are united in our commitment. United in our commitment to Jesus Christ. To what? To worship, to evangelize, and to give. So no matter where we are, we're together in Jesus Christ. And together, we can be a light in the darkness. Thanks for being with us, Maria.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Father.
Merry Christmas to everyone. God bless you.